Hello, my dear students. Welcome to Teacher at Home. Today class we are going to learn the second chapter, Signature of Time. The school social club, science club decided to conduct an exhibition on the topic Earth phenomena in connection with the observance of the Earth Day. Following are some of the pictures selected from those received for exhibition. That is, red dots indicate volcanoes, yellow patches indicate major mountain ranges. Conclusion: earthquakes are frequent in certain parts of the earth. Volcanoes are more common in certain specific regions. There are some peculiarities in the distribution of mountains. Earthquake zones and distribution of mountains on the earth's surface more or less coincide. You know that the crust, which is the outer layer of the earth, is solid. I have also learned that the crust together with the upper part of the mantle is known as the lithosphere. The lithosphere exists as several fragments, just like the broken shell of an egg. Compared to the thickness of the portion from the crust to the inner core, the lithosphere is very thin. These portions of the lithosphere, which are several thousand kilometers wide, roughly 100 kilometers thick, are called lithospheric plates. Whether major or minor, each plate may exclusively contain either oceanic crust or continental crust, or contain combinations of oceanic and continental crust. While doing the map-based activity, didn't you notice some natural boundaries on the map? These are the boundaries on the lithospheric plate. Identify and list the different lithospheric plates, that is Pacific plate, North American plate, Eurasian plate, African plate, South American plate, Australian plate. Now you know the different lithospheric plates. This can be classified into major and minor plates based on size. Philippine, Cocos, Nazca, Caribbean, Scotty, Arabian, etc. major plates. There are several major plates. Of this, the Pacific plate is the largest. It involves oceanic parts alone. Plates move. The lithospheric plates are situated above the asthenosphere, which is in a semi-plastic state. Magma, which is a part of the mantle, remains molten due to the high temperature at the Earth's interior, undergoes continuous convection. This causes the movement of lithospheric plates. The plate moved at a speed of 2 centimeters to 12 centimeters a year. The speed of the movement has not always been uniform. Studies indicate that the speed of the plate movement was up to 30 centimeters a year about 580 million years ago. Convection current, subduction zone, new ocean floors, subduction zone. The continental drift hypothesis. Alfred Wegener, a German meteorologist, put forward the idea of continental drift in 1912. He argued that millions of years ago, all the present-day continents were a single unit forming supercontinent named Pangaea, which was encircled by an ocean called Panthalassa. Wegener believed that over millions of years, the continental portions drifted over the ocean floor, forming the present continents. With the help of your social science teacher, watch the animation video. Plates move away from each other, divergent margin. Plates move towards each other, convergent margin. Plates slide each other, transform margins. Diverse landforms are created along the plate margins by the movement of plates. Convergent margins fold mountains. The rock layers may undergo folding due to the compression of lithospheric plates along convergent margins. Mountain ranges so formed are called fold mountains. Himalayas, Alps, and Andes, Atlas, etc. are fold mountains. Haven't you noticed the distribution of fold mountains? Fold mountains are formed along the convergent margins. For example, the Himalaya is a fold mountain range formed between the Indian plate and the Eurasian plate. If there is any difference in density between the plates along a convergent margin, the denser plate will submerge under the lighter one. These zones are called subduction zones. Ocean trenches are developed in subduction zones. The Challenger Deep in the Pacific Ocean is an example. Identify the plates responsible for this. Divergent margins. Observe the diagram and identify the type of plate margin between the African and the South American plate. A 14,000 kilometer long south oriented mountain range had been formed in the Atlantic Ocean. This mountain range, it is known as the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, has been formed as a result of the divergence of the above-mentioned plates. Magma comes out from the gap formed due to the divergence of plates and solidifies to form mountains. This type of mountains are known as the mid-oceanic ridges. Seafloor spreading and the age of the rocks. New seafloor is continuously being created as a result of magma that comes out through the divergent margins and solidification along the edges of the plate. This results in the phenomenon known as the seafloor spreading. This is the reason that rocks older than 200 million years were absent along the seafloor. But it has been discovered that most of the continents are older than 2000 million years. Transform margins. Landforms are not generally created along the margins where the plates slide past each other, but such margins are called fault zones. The San Andreas Fault Zone in North America is an example. As the plate margins are weaker than other areas, such margins are generally vulnerable to earthquakes, volcanoes, and faults. The major relief feature of the Earth's surface, such as the fold mountains, plateaus, and volcanoes, are the result of plate movements. Let's see other forces that brings about the changes in the Earth's surface. Earth movements. Endogenic movement, exogenic movement. Endogenic diastrophic movement, sudden movement. Diastrophic plate movements. Exogenic sudden movement, it is volcanic eruption and earthquake. Most landforms on the Earth's surface are the result of such earth movements. As a result of the earth movements, some regions on the Earth's crust are either raised or lowered. Rising of the crustal portions are called uplift and lowering of the crust are called subsidence. Earthquake. It was 25th April 2015. It was walking along the streets of the Kathmandu with my friend. Suddenly the huge buildings in front of us began to collapse. The ground beneath us sank like a swing. It was difficult to escape from the shower of bricks and dust from the collapsing buildings. Trenches developed in the road making it possible to run away. Hotel complex where we stayed previous day have turned into heap of bricks. I realized that these are the rare moments between life and death. Many eyes were witnessing the unbelievable. Within a few moments, the roads of the city have turned into trenches. Heaps of debris have formed in many parts of the city. The moment I thought I was going to faint, a stranger came through the dust and debris and held me to the tight embrace, smiled at me, walked away without uttering a word, the smile of suffering and survival. What you have read in the earthquake experience of Mr. Shering Dorji, a traveler in Nepal. We understood that most of the earthquakes concentrate along plate margins. What is an earthquake? Rocks in the deeper part of the earth undergo displacement and falls due to plate movements and other causes. Under such situations, severe pressure is exerted on the Earth's lithosphere. Seismic waves are generated just like waves in a pond, spreading in all directions when a heavy object falls into it. These waves create tremors on the Earth's surface. These tremors are experienced by us as an earthquake. Apart from the plate movements and faulting, earthquakes occur due to other reasons as well. These are collapse of the roofs of mines, pressure in reservoirs, volcanic eruptions. The deep points inside the earth where the earthquake occur are known as the focus, and the point vertically above it on the earth's surface is known as the epicenter. Three types of waves are produced from the focus during an earthquake: primary waves, secondary waves, and surface waves. The surface waves are the more destructive ones. The seismic waves are recorded by an instrument called seismograph. The Richter scale measures the intensity of energy released at the time of the earthquake. Earthquake that occurred in Chile has been the most severe one, recorded intensity of 9.5 in the Richter scale. Tsunami. Tremor waves originating due to earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, meteor impact, etc. in the ocean floor generate huge sea waves rising to several meters. Such waves are called tsunamis. It is the coastal regions mainly affected by the disastrous effect of tsunamis. The visible impact of tsunami is the damage and destruction to life and property caused by it. Kerala coast was also affected by tsunami on 26 December 2004. The tsunami, which housed India and Sri Lanka, was caused by the intense earthquake waves originated from Sumatra in the Indian Ocean. Tsunami surveillance and warming systems are widely in operation today. This system aimed to identify the areas prone to tsunami and also to extend warming to the coastal areas so as to prevent loss of life. On behalf of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, a real-time tsunami monitoring system named DART has been established at various locations. Satellite communication systems are being utilized for the purpose. What are the measures we can take to mitigate the impact of tsunamis? Recession in sea level may be an indicator of tsunami. If so, move on to safer locations. Take official warnings seriously. Don't arrive at self-conclusion that the dangerous situation is over. Wait for official declaration. Once trapped by tsunami waves, try to escape holding any floating materials firmly. NCC, Red Cross, and other voluntary organizations have an important role in disaster management activities in tsunami affected regions. You can also participate in such disaster management operations. Lives saved by geography lessons. Hundreds of lives were saved by the 10-year-old British girl named Tilly Smith, who came with family to Phuket Beach in Thailand for recreation. Do you want to know more? The tourists in the beach eagerly crowded along with the scores seeing the recession of sea level. On seeing this phenomenon, Tilly Smith thought about the giant seismic sea waves which she learned from the geography class 2 weeks before. She immediately told her mother about this. She proclaimed that this is a phenomenon before the forthcoming tsunami and that strong waves capable of washing out the coast would come soon. She warned the crowd to escape soon. As everybody ran away from there, it is the learning experience of Tilly Smith had been preventing a severe disaster. Volcanoes. You have learned that the plate margins are active with volcanoes. Look at the picture. Haven't you noticed the hot molten rock that comes through the fissures on the crust? Volcanoes are formed by such molten rock material coming out through the fissures along the plate margins. Nearly 80% of the world volcanoes are situated around the Pacific Ocean. The zone containing more than 452 volcanoes is known as the Pacific Ring of Fire. You know that volcanoes pose serious threats of life. Do you want to know how they are useful to man? The soil formed by the weathering of lava rocks is fertile. Example, the black soil of the Deccan Plateau. Volcanic ash is a good manure. Geysers are formed in many volcanic regions. Such regions are being developed as tourist centers. Example, the Old Faithful Geyser, Yellowstone National Park, North America. That's all about this chapter. If you are interested, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.